Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys all keeping good today. Now, I didn't have a chance yesterday to do a video regarding the Arsenal women's team as they did beat as far as 6-0, and that was such a dominant performance. We got into a final, which does feel amazing to hear. I think this team needs some form of silverware this season, so we're excited to go into today. I'm going to obviously speak a bit about a few other things, but big up to you guys that are watching this today. We'll go through any questions you guys have for me regarding Arsenal women, but I am going to focus on giving you guys my thoughts on the game. There has been a few transfer rumours, so a lot to talk about today, but really excited to do this one today. Now, going into this game, I didn't know what to expect, to be honest with you. Obviously, we know in the league we have been quite dominant these past few years in the sense we have been competing for the league and we've not had the best season, have we? But this was a really comfortable win for me, like 6-0, a clean sheet. That was so amazing. It was really good to see a few changes as well in the team, to see a bit of rotation as well. But yeah, I'm going to get straight into it now. Obviously, it was really good to see as well different players get on the score sheet. I think it's always nice when you don't always have the same goal scorer, and it's always a few different players. We scored 2 goals very early on. I think when you start off the game in a good way, it definitely helps you throughout the game. I think they're definitely not a bad team, but I just think we probably just have the better quality um, over them as well. So yeah, I think obviously we saw a few different goal scorers. I mean, we got a penalty, which I think was a penalty. It was great to see that being used. I hope we will see that more in the WSL because we need VAR in the WSL. But really happy with the win. I thought Russo. It was great when she could come on as well because I feel like she just finished that game off for us. She just got us that win over the line, and it's always good to be ruthless because I think you could really see the players were enjoying themselves out there on the pitch yesterday, and yeah, really happy with the win. Um, Let me know, guys, what you made of the game as well in the comments down below. I would love to hear your thoughts, but really happy. Obviously, we saw Black Stennis, we saw Marnham get on the score sheet, Carl Dente as well. She scored that penalty, and I think when you're 3-0 up at half time, I think you know the game is probably done. You just want to score a bit more. I want to speak about the lineup as well because, again, we saw some strong players start, we saw a bit of rotation, so we saw obviously Anik Bob in goal, Humberg, Wibben Kadina, Hines, Mariona, Palova, Marna, Mead, Smith, and Blackstenius. So I think it was good that we rotated and gave other players an opportunity because we have actually played a lot of football. Recently, and I think some of these players could do with a little bit of a rest. So I was actually happy to see that. I was happy to see a bit of rotation there. But again, I thought Humberg was absolutely amazing. I think the signing of Humberg has been, she's phenomenal. She's amazing going forward. She had a really good chance that first half as well, which the keeper did save. I think we got a penalty from that, but I think you can see how hard she's working and how amazing she is. So I was really happy to see her in the team. Obviously, with Moy as a captain, that must have felt so special as a young Arsenal fan getting into the team now. It must be so amazing for her. Again, yeah, good to see a bit of rotation. Again, we obviously saw other players come on a bit later on in the game, but again, it's a good chance to see players get a chance, an opportunity to start. And Chloe Kelly as well. Chloe Kelly got some minutes, and it's really lovely to see her get those minutes because I think we've really missed Chloe Kelly. I think she's going to be really important for us when she does start to get even more minutes. So I do hope Chloe Kelly can start to get in the team and hopefully she'll gradually build up her minutes. But I thought it was really nice to see her in the team and see her get minutes. And I think what I loved about the game yesterday is that you saw a team that really was enjoying the football that they've been playing. And it was a very dominant win. So really happy with that. So yeah, regarding the lineup, I thought it was a fairly decent lineup, and I don't think really did much wrong with the lineup. And again, a ruthless win from us, which is exactly what we needed. So I'm gonna go through the goals while I'm chatting with you guys. big up to chat as well. If you guys have got any questions for me or any thoughts about the game, feel free to drop them in. But yeah, I did want to have time to do this because I've not really had time to do it yesterday. Obviously, Arsenal men's team were playing yesterday, so it was quite a busy day. But yeah, let's speak about this. So Steely Pakistani got a goal very early on in 7 minutes. And like I said, to score early on, it does sort of set the tone in a good way. And to get a 1-0 is great. It did seem like they weren't sure if it went over the line, but it definitely did for me. So was really happy for her. And then obviously, Samira Humberg put a really good cross in the box, and we saw Marnham get the goal, and that was really good. And then we know Carl Dente, as I mentioned, scored that penalty. I think with Carl Dente with penalties, obviously I've seen her for Spain. I don't know, never know if she's going to score them, but it was a very good penalty from her in that game. So I was really happy with her about that. So yeah, obviously 20 minutes in, we're 3-0, we were in a good place. And just before half time, this is probably my favourite goal actually. Olivia Smith, her strike was amazing to get us 4-0. I love how she just goes for it and she's just not afraid. And I feel like she shoots from anywhere and she gives it a good go, which I would always appreciate in a team from these players. So really appreciate that about her. So yeah, going to half time 4-0, I think it was good. I think we knew we were going to that final. And then obviously Russo did score 2 goals in that second half. I feel like Russo was ruthless, wasn't she? I think it was really good to see her get on the score sheet because I know some people have sort of been speaking a little bit about her form, her lack of goals. So I do think it was really good to see her get on the score sheet in that game. Big up to chat. I'm going to go through your questions now. Big up to AFC Gunners, smash the likes and subscribe. Thank you so much for that, and please do if you're watching. Big up to Michael. I prefer Hines at left back than McCabe. She played, but also Humberg was good with the ball distribution. Yeah, I think if you're looking at the whole season, I think you're definitely right in the sense where I think Taylor Hines is probably a bit better defensively. I think McCabe is great going forward, but again, good to see Taylor Hines getting minutes in this game. And yeah, I think Taylor Hines is a really solid left back, and obviously Holmberg she's amazing. Like she is so much better than what I expected. She fits into this team really well. She's doesn't feel like she's been away. It feels great to have her, and it's great to have her as an option because in the day, we do want to give Emily Fox a rest. There'll be games where you don't really want to play Emily Fox and you want to give her a bit of a break. So really good to see her. Again, she is great up and down the wing, and the crosses, her deliveries are amazing. Defensively, she does really good as well. So I think it was really good to see how good she was, and like you said, her ball distribution, she is so good. So hopefully, we'll definitely see a bit more of her. Like I said, I think there's a bit of competition there with her and Emily Fox, but I think it's good. I think you should always have competition in a lot of areas of the pitch. So I think that was really great to see, and hopefully we will see more Taylor Hines. And obviously Humberg, she is so good, isn't she? And we've got the option now to have someone who can come in and do so well. Big up to LJ, says Palova is a shadow of former self. She's going to be 27 in the summer and writing is on the wall for her. This one is so difficult because I don't think she particularly has been doing great in midfield. I think probably that's fair to say. I mean, it's difficult, isn't it? Because before her ACL, she was so good. Like she was such an important player in midfield. She gave us that sort of spark, and I just loved how she was in midfield. She slotted in really well, and obviously, she doesn't seem to be that player she used to be. I do get in midfield. I think if we're going with a strongest midfield, she probably wouldn't get in there. But I wish she would take more of the opportunities that she gets, and I want to be wowed by her. And I don't really feel like that right now. So yeah, I think we'll keep her over. I don't really know when her contract ends, but like you said, she's 27 in the summer. I don't know if I mean, I think we're going to bring someone else in the summer in midfield, potentially Georgia Stanway, but I do definitely think that we could really do with her to step up a bit. But it's tough, isn't it? know, she hasn't been at the level really, has she? At the moment, but yeah, I mean, you know, she is getting older now, isn't she? So it's difficult with it with your ACL because some players are really good after the ACL. Some players take more time. I don't know. It just doesn't seem to be clicking, you know, in that position. But hopefully she will improve very soon. Hopefully she'll be back to her best. Um, so yeah, obviously really happy to get to final. I think this team needs a final. I think that it's been a tough season. I mean, winning the Champions League was incredible. I'm so happy we did that, but it has not been an easy season at all. So really excited to see how we're gonna do in that final. I think we should win. I mean, it's difficult. I think we're very good at finals. We do turn up, but you just never know with us what will happen. I just really hope we can put on a good show. So yeah, that is pretty much my thoughts. I'm gonna speak to you guys a bit about something else. I've seen us being linked to a footballer, and I want to speak about it, and I want to get your guys um thoughts on this as well while I'm chatting with you guys. Let me just share my screen because this is pretty much breaking news today. And yeah, let me just share my screen now with you guys. Okay, so this is the latest news. I heard this I think about an hour or two ago, and I don't know, I was not expecting to hear this, to be honest with you guys. I mean, I think if we bring Honor Battalion, sorry if I pronounced the name guys wrong, but does this mean that we're gonna get rid of McCabe? I think I think Emily Fox is gonna stay. I think it would be like a big blow if Emily Fox did leave. I think Emily Fox's contract does end in the summer. I'm confident she will stay. Emily Fox will stay. I think we know Taylor Hines has got a bright future here at Arsenal, so I'm actually thinking is McCabe leaving this summer? I don't really know. I think she possibly could be, but let me just read through this and give you guys the latest information. So, Arsenal have held have held advanced discussions with Barcelona fullback Anna Batel, in the hope of reaching a pre-contract agreement to sign her this summer. So her contract does end in the summer with Barcelona. So yeah, this looks like it could potentially happen. She is free to hold talks with other clubs as her contract does expire. So we do seem quite interested in her, and obviously we would bring her in a free transfer. We do have a free transfer, don't we? So could potentially see that happening. And obviously we do see Keenan Georgia Stanway. Um, I think she would probably be happy to come to Arsenal. I think if she's coming, I think we're gonna see a fullback leave. I think McCabe's quite high to leave, like potentially. I think if I had to give you guys an answer, do you think McCabe could leave? Um, I think Anna Batel's about 26, 27. I think we do want to build a younger squad. But let me know, guys, what you make of this. I think she is a great player. I think she would do well. She has played in the WSL before. She played for United Women, so I think she's a very good player. But again, I think if this is going to happen, then I think someone else is going to leave. Um, but yeah, I think she is a decent player, but I think it probably means someone else is going to leave. I'll come back to this in a minute with you guys. I just want to go through your questions. Stanway, not for me. I want Claire Hutton. Yeah, you have mentioned her. She does seem like a really good player. She is very, very young. I think the thing is what we've got to think about is like with Kim Little, we do not know when she's gonna leave. Like Kim Little, could retire in the season. She could retire the season after, and I feel like I think we were probably gonna bring Stanway in for that experience, and I think she would definitely be a big improvement. But I don't think we need one midfielder. I think we could do with like two or three. I think that's a position where we do struggle in. I do want us to go for a younger type of squad going into summer because I feel like we do need younger players. We have got a lot of experienced players here. I do think we're probably going to move some of these players on. I mean, so many players' contracts are ending this summer. Emily Fox, McCabe, obviously, you know, the list goes on. So I do wonder what we're going to do with that. Are we going to move the big experienced players on. I think we still have a lot of experience in this team, which is obviously amazing. But I'm interested to see. Um, but yeah, I think Latton does seem a really good player. I do think, as you mentioned regarding Lewandowski, I think she's a player that you can't replace, and we could do with a player like her. So yeah, she does sound good. I think in midfield, I reckon we'd probably just bring Georgia Stanway in, and that'll be unfortunately. Um, I'm not too sure if we're going to bring anyone else in midfield. But I suppose if you're losing out and you move players on, you're going to have to replace them and bring other players back into the team. But yeah, an interesting one with that. But I do think we're probably favourites to get Georgia Stanway. She has played in the WSL before, so I do think it's very likely that she will come to Arsenal. Um, I mean, I do like her. I do think she's great, but I do think we could do with a younger sort of midfielder as well going into this, the next season. Big up to LJ who says Palova's contract is up in the summer. If we're getting Rootlet and Stanway who are the same age, so we have to and have a higher ceiling, she will go. Yeah, I do think she will potentially be going in the summer. I think a contract could be ending in the summer, actually. Um, it's difficult. Would you let me know what you guys think? Would you renew Palova's contract? Um, I think from what I've seen right now, she is young, and I think Palova is a good player, but I just think we could have someone better right now. I think obviously Keely Cross deserves to take the time she needs. I know she's been on the bench, but I think if you're looking at our best midfield, it would be Keely Cross, Caldente Little. Um, if you're having like a second option of midfield, you've got Marnham. Marnham as well is actually an interesting one about her future because I think she has had quite a poor season, if I'm being honest. So I don't know if she would be leaving. Um, but yeah, I'm interested to see who, um, yeah, if she's gonna go. But I think if we are gonna bring in a few midfielders, we're probably gonna see a few players go. I think this is gonna be a really big summer. I'm excited to see what we're gonna do because I think again, if we're bringing a fullback in, the chances are we're going to get rid of a fullback at the club, and I don't think that fullback will be Emily Fox. I think it will be McCabe, which is going to be quite hard for Arsenal fans to accept because she has been here for 10 years. McCabe, for me, is a legend. She's helped us win trophies, and she is an amazing player. But things do change, so I don't know if we're going to get rid of her. But again, if we're bringing a fullback in, I think because you look at the left hand side, you've got McCabe and you've got Taylor Hines, and on the right hand side, you've obviously got Emily Fox, Samira Holmberg, and I do think to myself, one of them has to be leaving. I probably edge towards McCabe. Obviously, the NWSL have had interest in McCabe, so I am interested to see what's going to happen with that. But I think we're going to have a really big summer, and I think if I'm Renee, I would be ruthless. I think there's certain players I would keep. I mean, I would actually keep Beth Mead for maybe another year, give her an extension. I think with some of these players, like some of them aren't going to be starters anymore. Yeah, they might have been starters a few years ago, but football moves on. You have to compete with the big clubs like Man City, Chelsea. And if you want to win more Champions Leagues, if you want to win more titles, the league title for me is the one that I do want to win, and the one that we've not won in such a long time. It has been a while since we've won the league. So yeah, I do think we'll probably see a few players move. I think we'll still have the experienced players like here. We've got a lot of experience in this team. But yeah, a lot of contracts are running out. So I'm going to be interested to see what we are actually going to do. But I just really um, hope we do keep some of these big players. I do want Kim Little to stay with us for as long as she can. Kim Little for me is literally the heart of this team in midfield. She is so amazing. But yeah, I don't know what we're going to do in the summer, but we do have to be ruthless. It's going to be a really big summer. Yeah, let me know, guys, what you make of the link to Anna Bate. You know what it is. She's a great player, WSL experience, but again, I think the reaction I've seen on Twitter isn't the best reaction. I think it's because I think she's 26, 27. I think we do need a bit of a younger squad. I think we could really do with some younger players coming in. I mean, players like Olivia Smith, she has been a breath of fresh air. She has been amazing. I think we could really do with younger players like her coming in into this team. So yeah, I do hope we really have, you know, a mixture of younger players coming in, but I think we're going to have a really, really big summer window. I think, obviously, I think Sensberger will potentially leave. I mean, I'd probably move her on. Obviously, we've got McCabe, we've got Beth Mead, who will potentially be going. I think Amy Fox will stay. Kadena is another one. I could potentially see her leaving. I think it just hasn't really worked out, really, has it? I think she's a decent player. I think she's a good player. She gives her best for this club, but I think especially with Leah being out, Women Moy stepping in, she's a decent player as well. But I do think we could do the defender as well. In the summer, I think we have struggled defensively at times. So yeah, I do think we'll have to see. Yeah, obviously that is number one. I forgot to mention Stina. I, let me know, guys. I can't remember off by heart, but does Stina's contract run out this summer or potentially next summer? Stina, her lack of technical level and offside awareness frustrates me. She has scored important goals. Yeah, it's a tough one, isn't it? Because, like you said, she has scored crucial goals for us. I mean, that Champions League final in the League Cup, she has scored crucial goals for us. So it's actually a difficult one. I think for me, I'd spoke about this with a guest that I had on the other day, but I really want Michelle Agyemang to get a chance at Arsenal. Um, I really want her to get the opportunity. I know obviously she's done her ACL, so she's going to be out for a while. But when she's back, I want us to give her that, that trust, that time that she deserves, because she's done amazing at Brighton. She's been amazing for the Lionesses, and I would use her as that second striker. Obviously, Russo is our first choice because she is very clinical. I know she struggled at times this season, but you've got Russo, you've got obviously Michelle Agyemang. I would give her a chance because I feel like she is a missing piece that we could really need in this team at the moment. With Stenius, I don't know when the contract does end. I do you get to a point where you thank players for the memories, but you do move on. I think with some of these players, we have to get to this point where we appreciate what they've done. I mean, I think if Beth Mead left this summer, McCabe left, I'd be sad it's ended, and I think they're both legends. But I think with some players, you do have to move on. I think with McCabe, it's an interesting one because I think a lot of us have said on here as well. I think Taylor Hines has come in and really challenged her in that position, and she's been amazing. So I think when you get to a point with some players where you do move them on, with Stelios, I could potentially see her staying. I do get what you're saying. She does miss a lot of chances. The amount of times that she is offside, it's a lot of times, isn't it? And it does get to a point where you could bring in another striker and they'd definitely finish a lot more of those chances. So it's quite a frustrating one. It's quite a difficult one, isn't it? Because I just imagine if Michelle Agyemang probably would have finished a lot more of her chances that she had. But again, she has scored, like you said, she scored in those finals that we need her for. So it's a difficult one, isn't it? I don't really know what we're going to do about Blackstenius. I think Renee's probably going to have a big conversation with these players, and she'll probably say to them, listen, you're not going to be starters, but are you happy being on the bench? And if players aren't happy being a second or third choice, then we should move them on. But we are at that transitional stage where, a bit like when Arteta came in, he had to be ruthless and move players on. We've got good players, but maybe they're just not good enough at this level. So yeah, I'm really interested to see what we're going to do in the summer because we have got so much kind of older players where we could do with a younger sort of squad. So yeah, I really do hope that we do the right thing in the summer and bring in the right players. But big up to you guys, obviously. I'll be on here for about 10 more minutes. Drop the likes if you can, do subscribe obviously if you haven't already, and yeah, drop any questions you guys have for me. I'm happy to do a little Q&A, answer any questions for you guys. I did want to obviously come on here, give you guys my match reaction of the game as I didn't have a chance yesterday. But yeah, the final is this weekend. I think it might be on Sunday, I can't remember 100% sure, but yeah, really excited for the final. Hopefully we'll win. We need a trophy so bad, so that'll be a great confidence booster if we do get that. Thank you, LJ. So these are the players that the contract's up this summer. Mead, McCabe, Blackstenius, Palova, Cadena, Sinsberg, Williamson, Fox, and Kai. That is a big list. I didn't realise there were so many of them. I think if it was me, I'd probably move on quite a few of those players. I think we definitely need Williamson to sign a new deal. I think Leah loves Arsenal. You know, she's Arsenal through and through. So I would love her to sign another deal. Emily Fox. I think you could Liam and Sammy Fox, like they're literally the future of Arsenal, so they both need to stay. I do like Catley. I would like to see her stay for maybe 2 more years, something a little bit longer. I think Leah and Catley haven't had a lot of chance of season to play together because of injuries of Leah Williamson, but I think Catley can do a decent job. I still do think we need to bring in a defender because of the injuries that we have, but I would like to see Steph Catley extend, sign, and obviously hopefully we'll see her a little bit more throughout the season together. Zinsberger, I would move on. I think Zinsberger for me is just she's got her ACL. Don't know when she will be back, but I think Zinsberger needs to move on. I just don't think she's good enough at this level. But again, I thank her for the memories. I'm happy she was, part of that team to help us win a Champions League. But I would definitely move her on. I think it gets to a point where you do have to sort of be ruthless. Palova, maybe I'd potentially move her on. I just don't think she is improving on midfield right now. But I want to see how it goes this season. If she proves me wrong, then maybe she deserves a bit more of a chance. It's really difficult with Beth Mead and McCabe because, like I said to you guys, I would give Beth Mead like a year extension. I'd give her a bit more time, because I still think she's at the high level. Like she's still a very good player, but again, she probably won't always be a starter. But I'd still keep her personally. Feel free to disagree with me on that. With McCabe, I'm unsure. If I'm being honest with you guys, I don't really have an answer with McCabe. Because she's been there 10 years, which is amazing. She's done so much as a club, but I just think of there was one season with McCabe specifically where I think it was when we first competed and for the title race under Jonas, and we just fell short, I think, by 2 points or something like that. That season McCabe had, she was phenomenal, and going forward, she was great. The goals that she scored were amazing. And I feel like she doesn't do that as much anymore. But she scored a great goal against Everton, but we don't see that enough. I do love McCabe. I'm in the middle about it, to be honest with you. Again, Blackstenius. I would potentially move her on. She does get offside a lot. I don't know if I'd keep her as like a third striker, but it's a tough one, isn't it? Because she does turn up in finals. She's that player that just turns up in finals. But yeah, quite a few players I would actually move on there. But yeah, let me know, guys, which players you move on, which players you'd keep in the summer. Big up so for the chat. I'm so conflicted about a lot of players staying and leaving. I do all the team as it is, but when you do blood, who is at the level we need to win? Big up to yourself, Storm Steel. Yeah, I completely agree with that. I think it's hard, isn't it? Because we have built these emotional connections with these players that have been here for a while. I mean, someone like Beth Mead for me is a player that I absolutely love, and I think it's myself with Beth Mead. She has really helped us through the tough times, through the good times, and it's difficult to let her go. And I do think some of these players could deal with a bit more time here, but we have to be ruthless now. Thank these players, but they need to move on to things now. Big up to Michael. Cena is offsides a lot, but to be fair to her, most of the time the ball's not played. Yeah, get that. Big up 270. Going Anna Batel is a good player, but right back is not a position we need to strengthen in. We need a left back. Yeah, I do think. I do really think those are positions. Like for me, I do agree with you. Like the right back is not a priority. Unless someone's leaving. That is why we're bringing the fullback. If McCabe's leaving, if in a hypothetical world, if Ellie Fox is leaving, that'll be why we are bringing someone else. But I think the midfield is definitely a position we need to strengthen. I think the attack, I think we could do with a winger. I think we could do with younger, fresh ideas, really. Agree with you, Michael. Tina works so hard, just the ability to get goals. Yeah, definitely. If you're deciding who to keep and to move on, ask yourself this: who do you really want? Who do you really lose if you lose a player? And what do you potentially gain with a replacement? You lose nothing with Pullover out. Yeah, that is it's a great point. It's difficult, isn't it? I mean, obviously, I'll go back to this list that you did give me, so thank you for that, about the players that are out of contract. So yeah, I mean, I think of some of the players, if they left, I wouldn't be devastated, because I think they need to do better for themselves. They need to go on and achieve greatness. Like, I look at Kadena as well, isn't always a starter. She does seem quite happy to be here, but it's not really. I think if I was Kadena, I want to be a starter somewhere, and she's got to figure out what she wants for her future. I know with McCabe, she was linked to the end of Brazil. With obviously Beth Mead, she was linked to in the London City Lionesses in the summer, and she wanted to stay at Arsenal. So it depends what offers do come in the summer, but I think we're going to have quite a busy window in the summer, to be honest. They should sell Beth Mead. What we need now are forwards to score more goals, especially with Kelly now fit to play. Yeah, like I said, I would keep Beth Mead, not really like a. I wouldn't necessarily give her like a long-term contract. I'd probably give her maybe a year or two. I mean, a lot of these players are in their 30s now. I know 30 isn't old, but in football, if you're getting to your 30s, it's a little bit older. So, that for me, we have to really think, and the club have got to think about the best thing to do is. But yeah, I think the midfield. I think we're probably gonna. I think Marnin will stay. I hope Kim Hawkins won't retire yet, because we're not ready yet for her to go. Pullover, I think, might leave actually. I just don't think Pullover is at her best right now. Yeah, that's a great point, actually. Yeah, like Views often says, we need competition. Yeah, I do think you always need a bit of competition in every position, really. I mean, it's quite difficult because obviously in the striker position you've got Blackstenius. So Adjuvang needs a chance; she deserves it. On the left, you've got Ford, Olivia Smith, and obviously on the right, you have got Beth Mead, Kelly. I think our forward line, if we're going full strength, it would be Olivia Smith and Kelly, and Beth Mead to come on, make an impact, and you've got Ford who can give you the sort of pace, a bit of life in the game. She can get the goals. We don't really see Ford score too much though, which is a shame because she is a great player. Midfield, we know the midfield has been a bit of an issue this season, but I think we sort of know that Cardente, Cooney Cross, Little is our midfield, and yeah, I think we could do with a bit of pace, a bit of younger players, new ideas in that midfield, because I think sometimes when you watch us this season, we just the links from the midfield to the attack just feels very sort of lackluster. There's not really a spark there. So I do feel like that could be something to improve on. But I do think we could really do with at least 5 players this summer. Again, I would bring in a midfielder. I'd probably bring 2 in actually. Defense. I'd bring in a defender because I do really feel like we could do with a defender to step in. If McCabe's leaving, then I would probably bring in a left back to help. Like I said, competition's important. And then yeah, I don't think we need a striker. I would just give Michelle Adjumang a chance when she's ready. I don't. I'm really so torn what the club are going to do about Stina Baxtenius. Like, I just have no idea. Like, I just don't know what the club are thinking. But yeah, it depends what these players want as well. But I would be quite shocked if we didn't get rid of some of these players, because I think we just have to accept when the player's time's up, it's up, and we have to move on, unfortunately. Yeah, I disagree with Hines. I think Hines is amazing. I think she's so good. So I don't agree with that. But Pullover and Manham, I am actually quite open to, actually. I do think with them, they're just not. I think from what I've seen with Manham, like, I think she's a great attacking player, but she doesn't seem to be taking a lot of her chances. For me, obviously, Pullover just think she struggles to adapt in the game when she gets a chance. I think that's something she struggles with. So we'll have to see what the club are going to do. But I would be open to moving them on. They have been here a few years now. I think sometimes it's okay to accept things haven't worked out, because I think when we signed Pullover, I was very excited. Before her ACL, she was so good, wasn't she? Like, she was really good. And then after her ACL, she just struggled. So it just happens. Same with Jenna Nice-Wong. I think she'll be definitely gone for good in the summer. Beth Mead is on a slow decline, has been scapegoated for poor performances. Is going to continue next season if she doesn't perform, because she's one of the core 18 players. Yeah, it's difficult because she is older. Let me just check. I was going to check what Beth Mead is, but I do agree that Beth Mead wasn't the player she was in 2022, but I still think she plays at such a high level. She gives everything for this club, and I feel like she does deserve another year. Again, she is declining in a little way. She's not the player she used to be, but she's 30 now. She has had quite a few injuries, so I do completely get that. But I do think she's an incredible player for us. I do think she's a scapegoat. There's times she does great, there's times where she does struggle. But again, that's sort of on the club for not bringing other solutions, really. Pick up to Michael, quality centre back, two centre backs, McCabe, Ford, Mannsonsberg, and Dean Little Pullover. I could see I could see a lot of players going. To be honest with you, I think we definitely need improvements in that midfield. The midfield really is. Midfield's a big part to play in a game. I think the midfield is such a crucial position on the pitch, really. My issue with Manham is that she is very careless in possession, often takes poor touches. Yeah, I've noticed that a lot. It is quite frustrating, which is frustrating she doesn't score. Yeah, I think that's the problem that she's got, is that if she's not scoring, then she's not doing any good, is she, for the team? It's a difficult one, isn't it, for her, because we know she can score great goals, we know she's a quality player, but you can't really give the ball away in a position that she does, and can become a bit of a liability. So I do completely get what you're saying with that. Yeah, I think Kim Little's very good. Actually, I would definitely, I want Kim Little to go for as long as she can. Kim Little is 35, which is crazy to see her play at such a high level. She plays to me like she's in her 20s. Like, she's still so good. I know Kim Little's fitness is something. It might be a bit of a struggle at times. She picks up injuries, but she is 35, so I do get that. I think Fox is leaving. That's why I have Homberg, and they're looking for another right back. This is what is worrying me, right? It's hard to tell really by watching a player what they're gonna do. I think McCabe probably wants to stay for a few reasons. I think with McCabe, obviously she's with Ford. They've got a house together. They've just got a dog. I don't see her moving. I think if McCabe moved, then would Ford move potentially? If Emily Fox left, I'd be genuinely really gutted, because I feel like we have to build a team around her. We really have to build a team around her, Leah, Chloe Kelly, Olivia Smith, like some of these players. We really have to build a team around them, and I'd be really upset if Fox left. I think we have to be open to the fact there's a good chance she might be. It doesn't feel like she's been here that long, actually. I can't remember when Emily Fox joined, but it does. From what I've heard, it does seem that positive talks have been held to Emily Fox. So I'm under the impression it'll be McCabe that will go. I think Taylor Hines will be here for quite a few years. So yeah, it's a tough one. If Kara's ready, it'd be great to see her in the cup. I think we've missed her. I've seen sources saying positive talks are being held over contract. Yeah, I saw that about Emily Fox as well. I really hope it's true, because do you know what? I don't know about you guys, but for me, it feels like Emily Fox has just joined Arsenal. Like, it feels crazy that she's probably been here for a little while now. I want to check actually when she joined Arsenal, because it does feel like yesterday she just joined. I feel like it would be a big blow she left. So she joined in 2024. She's not really been here that long, has she? I feel like Emily Fox is a real part of our future with Leah Williamson, So we need to do everything we can to keep her to stay here. We have to. She is a quality player. So here's hoping. Yeah, January 24. I forgot that was in January actually, but yeah, we've got to do everything to keep her here. She is such a big player for us. We really need to make sure We managed to keep her, but like we said, it looks like the talk's looking quite positive. So here's hoping that she will stay here with us and be a big part of our future and help us win more league titles, win more, FA Cups, Champions League. So I would love her to stay. I really do hope she will stay. But I definitely think if we're looking at a fullback, it probably means a fullback is going to go. So I think we have to be open to the fact potentially it's going to be McCabe. That's why you want to really end the season on a high note, because you just don't know who's going to leave in the summer. I mean, I remember there was one summer, and I think it was like Ford left, Van der Donk left, and I was not expecting that at all. It took me by surprise, and you just don't know what is going to happen. So we do have to be open to these things. But yeah, I'm excited for the summer because I think we're going to have a big summer. I think this season, I think if I am being realistic with you guys, we're not going to win the league. In the Champions League, it's a long shot, but we can do it. We've done it before. We can do it again. We're at the League Cup. We've got the FA Cup. And we've got this final this weekend. So yeah, I think we still got a lot to play for. I'm really excited to see what we can do. But big up to you guys. Obviously, there's about 10 to 12 of you watching, so big up to all of you guys that are watching. If you guys have got any questions you want to ask me, I'll be wrapping this up in about 5 minutes time. Please do make sure you're smashing those likes for me, and do subscribe, obviously, if you're new around here. I will be back for a match reaction after the game as well. Obviously, yeah, hopefully we'll win that final. I hope we do. That'd be amazing. I think this team does need silverware pretty bad. So here's hoping we will get to that final. But really excited to see us in the final as well. But yeah, I think this season has been tough. But obviously the January window, I haven't done much about it because it shuts in a few days. So I don't really think we're going to do too much. I think the window shuts on the 3rd of February. I would have liked us to bring in another player, if I'm being honest. It would have been nice to bring in maybe an attacker, a temporary solution in midfield, which we haven't done. But it is what it is. I just really hope we can do some changes. So yeah, we'll have to see, guys, what we're gonna do. But I don't think we're gonna bring anyone else in this window. I think if we were gonna do it, we'd have done it by now. But yeah, we've got a really big summer window ahead. Really excited to see how we're going to approach that. But yeah, that is pretty much my thoughts. Obviously, I've chatted to you guys about the summer, about the game. Obviously, it's been great to chat with you guys today, and I really appreciate anyone that has tuned in, watched this, or if you're silent watchers, always appreciate that anyway. But hopefully we'll win that final. We'll do a video regarding that. If we lose, I'll be sad, but it's the first time in this team, so in this competition, sorry. So we'll have to see how we get on. We go to LJ. I've been supporting the women's team since 2019. I've never really seen the squad. I've never seen the squad refresh much. It's been the same core players, which is why I'm excited for the summer ahead. That is a great point. I actually supported the team around that sort of time as well. And we've a lot of these players like Beth Bede, McCabe, the list goes on. A lot of these players have been here for 10 years and they've been a great servant. They've become legends, but it has been the same sort of core, hasn't it? I do agree with what you're saying. Though there was one player that I loved. I love Van der Donk. I thought she was that magician in midfield, and that is why I loved when we bought Caldentian, because she is a fresh player. She is a magician in midfield, and I think we have to every season you have to move on. You have to bring in new players, new ideas, and I think you have to refresh the squad. I think we definitely are in that transitional period. I think we could really do with like you said, I think some of these players need to be moved on. And I mean, under Jonas, we've had a similar team. Under Rene, we've had a similar team, and we have struggled for a reason. So, yeah, I think we could really do the refresh. Like you said, the squad has been here for a while. We've had a lot. Like Kim Little's been here a while. Kim Little is incredible, but yeah, we've had a lot of these same players here for a while as well. But yeah, here's hoping to a big summer of a refresh and hopefully new ideas. But thank you all of you for watching my show today. I've really had a great time chatting with all of you. Thank you for all of you that have watched. Hope you guys have enjoyed my video. If you do enjoy my content, do smash the like and do subscribe here if you are new around it or if you haven't already. I'll be back, obviously, the men's team are playing this weekend, obviously. Women's team are back in action, so I will be back for match reviews on that. But yeah, I will do more of these shows. Thank you, Luke. Big up to see you. Good to see you in the chat. Good to see all of you here. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you'll have a wonderful evening, and I will see you guys in my next video.